Hi everyone, this video is an explanation for what is happening in the free energy video I made before. As you might have figured out, one of the three marbles, the rightmost one, is in fact a magnet. When we add a marble with a given momentum from the right, the momentum gets transferred through the marbles to the leftmost one. This is standard. Okay, minus the energy lost by friction, of course. This is momentum conservation. So far so good. But what does the magnet change to that? To understand, for example, why the leftmost marble goes faster, we will simplify the situation. Imagine that we would have only two marbles, a non-magnetic one on the left and a magnetic one on the right. If we then add a third marble from the right, the momentum gets transferred to the left. However, the energy that we gain by the attraction of the magnet is exactly the same amount that is needed to free the left marble. They are at the same distance from the magnet. In other words, the left marble will continue at exactly the same speed as the original one. Now what changes when we add another marble to the left, as was the case in the previous video? Actually, exactly the same happens. The energy we gained by the attraction of the magnet gets transferred to free the left marble. But now the left marble is further away and is not so tightly attached. It doesn't need that much energy to be set free. It will move away faster than the incoming marble because the leftover energy is added to its momentum. In the second case, when we return the marble from the left, the energy gained by the attraction of the magnet is much less because we remain further away from the magnet. This energy is not enough to free the right marble, which is closer to the magnet and is bound to it with more energy. Nothing happens because there is not enough energy available to free the right marble. Congratulations for those who figured it out correctly. It's not always that straightforward to debunk these kind of pseudoscience statements like free energy and stuff. Also, congratulations to those who tried. I've read a lot of interesting comments with possible explanations. Although mostly not a correct explanation, it was in the right direction. You were doing some real science there, using the brain and logical thought. There is, however, another explanation, which is my preferred one, in terms of configurations and symmetries. The initial state is steel magnet. By adding a steel marble on the right, the system has the possibility to make itself more symmetric by repelling the left marble. The result is highly symmetric, steel magnet steel. And symmetric configurations are always more favored than non-symmetric ones. In the second case, when we return the marble from the left, the initial state is already symmetric. Adding a marble makes it less symmetric and thus less favored. That's why the marble is slowed down. However, repelling the right marble would make it even more unsymmetric and thus more unfavored. When the system can choose between unfavored and even more unfavored, it will choose the first option. But watch out, because the second way of explaining in terms of configuration symmetries is not fail-proof. It is an intuitive way to understand how nature always favors symmetry, but you cannot use it as a pure proof unless you understand the underlying physics. A last remark. What about energy conservation of the total system? The final marble still has more momentum than the initial one, so we are violating energy conservation, right? Of course not. It may seem that we gain energy here, but the initial setup of the system demands more energy than the gain we get out. You have to place the magnet in the right position. In the end, all energy is conserved, keeping in mind, of course, that some part of the energy gets lost to friction. And a little extra, it is possible to chain a lot of these configurations to amplify the effect. This is the basis of a Gauss cannon. Since I still have a lot of these magnets, I might make one. I even might make a video showing how to construct one. So that's it. Thanks for watching and keep on owning.